Hello and a very warm welcome to Insight4Alignment. My name is Danielle Body, and I am just so glad that you're here. We have some really important work ahead of us, so let's begin. Yeah, before we dive in, I just want to take a moment and say thank you. Seriously, thank you for showing up and for carving out this time for yourself. That decision, the one you made to be here, that's a big deal, and I want you to know with absolute certainty that you are in exactly the right place. All right, so let's get into it. Let's talk about the core idea that's really the foundation for everything we're going to be doing together. And it's a powerful one. I mean, this is a concept that can completely reframe how you see yourself, right from the inside out. We call this the union of form and fire. And look, I know it sounds poetic, but it's so much more than just a beautiful phrase. It's actually a really precise way to describe what true alignment feels like. Think of it as this: art form, really. It's the practice of creating a very conscious, very intentional balance between our physical self, our form, and that inner essence, our consciousness, our fire. This is such a perfect way to visualize it. Think about your body, your form, as the wick of a candle. It's the structure, right? It's the vessel. And then you have your soul, your consciousness. That's the flame. It's the energy. Now, here's the thing. Neither one can really do its job without the other. The flame gives the wick its purpose, and the wick gives the flame a physical place to burn. Without that wick, the flame just disappears. So that's the goal, right? This union. But how do we actually do that? How do we cultivate it? Well, it's not about just hoping for it. It's about a structured process. So often we're taught to accept being fragmented, like it's normal. This work is the exact opposite. It's about stepping into a framework designed for wholeness. So let's take a look at what that framework actually is. And here it is. The framework is called Insight4Alignment. And I want to be really clear, this is not just a bunch of nice ideas or, a vibe. It's a professional methodology for something I call alignment architecture. It's a system, a blueprint for building an inner structure that can actually support you. What this is all about is a return to your own self-empowered agency. That's your ability to act with purpose, to be guided by your own inner authority. And what's so powerful is that this model works not just for individuals, but for teams, for leaders, for entire organizations. So, a little about me, I'll be your guide through this process. I come to this work as a master life coach and an executive leadership consultant. My specific focus, my specialty, is in what's called identity architecture. Basically, I help people and leaders rebuild themselves from the inside out, using intention and clarity as their tools. Okay, and this part is really important to me. This framework we're using, it's not just something I made up. It's deeply grounded in real science. We're talking about established principles from neuroscience, from neuropsychology. But, and this is a big but, our goal here is not to get lost in academic jargon. The whole point is to take these incredible insights and make them practical, make them accessible, so you can actually use them in your day-to-day life. So we've talked about the theory, now let's shift gears and talk about practice. What does this all actually look like? What does it feel like when you're living in alignment every day? There's a word for this, and it's coherence. Coherence is what you get when you're truly aligned. It's that incredible feeling, that powerful state where there's just no space between who you are on the inside, your values, your core beliefs, and what you're doing on the outside, your actions, the words you use. There's just no gap. It's seamless. And this chart breaks it down perfectly. Look at this. To get to that state of coherence, your inner world has to line up with your outer world. So your values have to directly inform your actions. The energy you're feeling inside, that has to match the words that are coming out of your mouth. And your deepest sense of awareness, that has to be reflected in the work you're putting out into the world. When all of those things click into place, well, that's when things get really powerful. The result of all this, we call it luminous action. It's this beautiful state where, when you truly embody what you believe, you stop trying to be a source of light. You just are. Your very presence becomes this instrument of clarity, of warmth. You'll find that you start to become the most anchored, the most steady person in the room. And the amazing part is, it's not through force or effort. It's just by being. And that state, that feeling of anchored, luminous action, that's where we're headed. That's our destination. Everything we've talked about up to this point has been about laying the groundwork for the journey we're about to take together. So, as we get ready to start, I want to leave you with a question to carry with you, because really, this is the art we are here to learn. Just think about it. What becomes possible for you in your life, in your leadership, for your own sense of well being? What opens up when you finally learn how to burn brightly, but without burning out? Let's go find out together.